One of the biggest problems new YouTubers face when creating videos is making good thumbnails. Because guess what? If no one clicks on your video, no one sees the hours of work and effort you've put into that video. So to help you with this, I'm going to be sharing 10 of the most common thumbnail mistakes you're probably making that's killing your views, what you should actually do to make your thumbnails more clickable, and also giving you some free templates to help you make your thumbnails stand out. Now, probably one of the most common mistakes I see is that you, yes you, ma'am and sir, are lazy. You spent all this time recording and filming, and you went through all this work of editing and trying to figure out how to make this a really good video, and you're just done at this point. And so you just want to throw something together and just get the video out there. But that's the worst thing you can do, because there are 14 billion videos on YouTube, and they're all competing for viewers' attention. So don't be lazy. Actually put some thought into making your thumbnail. Speaking of thought, mistake number 2 is not taking the time to research your competition. And I get it, researching stuff is not the fun, exciting part of being a YouTuber, but you also know it's not fun posting a video you spend hours making for it to get 5 views. Like, no one wants that. So let's actually spend some time figuring out, okay, what do I actually make here that's going to get my viewer to click on my video? So what I need you to do is go find those channels that are making videos similar to you. You can either do that through YouTube search and just searching, different topics in your niche. You could also use tools like Velio, which will help you find top performing videos. And then what you want to do is study those thumbnails. What are the patterns that all these successful thumbnails have? Take inspiration from that. And now we can actually go in and design our thumbnail. Mistake number 3 is using Canva templates. Now, don't get me wrong, Canva is great. It's awesome that they have a great free plan for making thumbnails, but the templates they have for YouTube thumbnails are absolutely horrible. They do not follow the best practices for getting clicks on a video, as you'll come to find out. But even looking at these briefly on my computer here, you've got a subscribe button in this template. Like, you can't even subscribe on a thumbnail. Why is this here? On this template, again, we have a subscribe button, but we also have the website. Like, we're not prompting people to go to our website. We're trying to prompt people to go to our video and watch it. And I understand the appeal to templates, because guess what? You're working a full-time job and you're trying to balance YouTube and whatever else and all your other responsibilities. So I actually went ahead and made a free template pack for you, which actually comes with a few different thumbnail templates that you can literally just delete me from and add yourself in. I've also added some backgrounds in here, so if you want to just build it up from the ground up yourself, you can easily start with a really nice, bright, colorful background. And there's also some free thumbnail training that you're also going to get for signing up for free. If you're interested in that, I will have a link down below in the description, along with our premium thumbnail packs for a whole bunch of different niches. Just don't waste your time using Canva's bad templates. Mistake number 4 is having a distant image of yourself. So sometimes people like to do like a waist-up shot, or they do a full body shot and try to throw that into the thumbnail, and that's too far away. People recognize faces. When you're on a homepage and there's tons of different videos and people know who you are and they can see your face on the thumbnail, they're like, hey, you just posted. I want to go and check out that video. So you want to have it zoomed up as close as possible. You'll notice that a lot of people will have the cutoff of their thumbnail way up here. So it's literally almost just a picture of their head next to text or next to something else that's to persuade someone to click. And then also, with that image being zoomed in, people can see your emotions. So if there's something dramatic happening in your video and you're doing like like concerned face or something, people can see that emotion, and that can help people click on your video, because now they're getting curious as to why you're reacting that way to whatever your video's about. Mistake number 5 is having a busy background. With thumbnails, we want to keep them as simple as possible. So if there's a lot of distracting elements in the background off to the side or behind you that's going to draw away from like the main point of your thumbnail, we probably either want to blur the background or we want to change it to maybe a solid color gradient, something like that. Now, Canva does allow you to remove the background, but you do have to get Canva Pro. Otherwise, if you're looking for a free way to do that, Adobe has a free background remover. You should be able to just Google Adobe background remover and it should just come right up. You just add your photo, removes the background, and then you just have to add that back into Canva. and then you can make your thumbnail with the background removed. But the main goal here is our thumbnails need to be simple and easy to understand really fast. And that's kind of where our next mistake comes in, which is having unnecessary elements in your thumbnail. Like when we saw with the Canva templates, where they have a subscribe button on the thumbnail. Like that is unnecessary information, and it's an action someone can't even do looking at your thumbnail. Like that should be deleted. We should delete websites. We should delete any other unnecessary things. Only leave what can persuade viewers to click and make them curious. And it also has to be something they can understand really, really fast. In the thumbnail world, there's a common rule where you should only have 3 elements in your thumbnail. That way, it's really easy for someone to glance at your thumbnail for half a second, be able to understand what your video is potentially about, and then click on it. And this is why you should also avoid the mistake of copying and pasting your title into your thumbnail. Because now what you're doing is you're giving people like a whole entire sentence they have to read, which they can't do in half a second. And what you should really do is try to minimize those words that are in your thumbnail, but also have those words complement your thumbnail. When you just paste a title into the thumbnail, you're not adding any information to persuade a viewer to click. You should try and find ways where you can add additional information that'll pique someone's curiosity and cause them to click. Mistake number 8 is only making one thumbnail. And you might be thinking, wait, I'm only making one video. Why do I need to make more than one thumbnail? Because what often happens is when you make your first thumbnail, it might be good, but when you make a second or third variation, that third variation could be a way more persuasive thumbnail. And so it kind of forces you to think creatively, and what else could I change? What else could I adjust here to make another variation? And this doesn't mean it has to be a completely brand new, different background thumbnail. Maybe it's just simply adjusting the text and trying to think of a simple way to persuade viewers to click in a few words. Or maybe it is just changing the background color different. So instead of a blue background, it's a red background. You know, just making little adjustments there and tweaking your design goes an insanely long way into finding a more clickable thumbnail. And then once you have a few as well, you can also split test them against each other with YouTube's A/B tester. Or if a video is not performing well, you can easily switch with a new thumbnail later down the road. Mistake number 9 is not comparing your thumbnail to the competition. Because guess what? There are so many videos out there. So if your video is not more clickable than someone else on the platform talking on that same topic, or at least at a competing level, then you need to go back. You need to go and redesign that thumbnail, because then no one's going to click. You've gone nowhere. And mistake number 10 is not updating old videos' thumbnails. Look, just because a video didn't take off and it's been a few months, like YouTube can still give that video impressions. I have a video from 10 years ago that YouTube is still giving impressions to. Like YouTube's still putting it in front of people. So you can update that thumbnail and potentially persuade new viewers to click on that video and cause it to take off, cause it to get pushed out to more people, because YouTube sees viewers are interested in this video and watching it. So if YouTube continues to give impressions to your video and doesn't give up on it, you should also not give up on that video. Remake that thumbnail. You already put hours into that video. Let's see it succeed. And if you want to get even better at thumbnails, definitely check out our free thumbnail pack down in the description and the training that goes along with it. So that way you can persuade viewers to click on your videos. Otherwise, check out this playlist here, as this is going to help you get even more views on YouTube.